Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. I'm Explore with Neye, and in this video today I'll be talking about the University of San Francisco undergraduate admission and graduate admission and the scholarships. Okay, and this university is offering application fee waivers for graduate students if you attend their virtual events. Okay, their virtual events will be on the 8th of May and in June. So do well to register to attend that event. So you'll be getting a $55 application fee waiver. All right. Before I move on, I want to welcome all my returning subscribers. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right. Now let's first of all see the deadlines to apply for the spring intake. The deadline is November 1, okay, for regular decision. So if you want to see the undergraduate programs, you click here and you click here to see the full list of majors. You scroll down and they have accounting, advertising, architecture, art history and museum studies, Asian studies, biology, business analytics, marketing, management, kinesiology, international studies, international business, mathematics, chemistry, clinical nurse leader, communication studies, computer science, neuroscience, nursing, critical diversity studies, data science, philosophy, performing arts and social justice, design, data science and applied economics, different fields of economics, education, engineering, psychology, public health, environmental science, entrepreneurship and innovation, English, sociology, finance, fine arts, theology, history, and public policy plus urban and public affairs. Depending on the program you are interested in, alright, you click on each of them to see more requirements for undergraduate programs. Okay, before we go into the graduate programs, I want to show you the available scholarships. Right, still under this undergraduate admission, you click on international students and on international first year students to see the cost of attendance and scholarships. The amount varies depending on your GPA range. Okay, if your GPA is greater than or equals to 4.01, you receive $38,000. If it's between 3.95 to 4, you're receiving $33,000. If it's between 3.85 to 3.94, you're receiving $31,000. And if it's between 3.7 to 3.84, you're receiving $29,000. And if it's between 3.45 to 3.69, you'll be receiving $27,000. And if it's between 3.0 to 3.44, you'll be receiving $25,000. You can scroll down if you're an international transfer student. You scroll down to see the scholarships available to you. Okay, this is for undergraduate students, right? Now for graduate programs, these are the programs available. They have applied economics, biology, biotechnology, business administration, Catholic educational leadership, chemistry, clinical psychology, clinical nurse leader, computer science, data science, digital health informatics, educational technology, energy systems management, entrepreneurship and innovation, environmental management, family nurse practitioner. This is a doctoral program. Global Studies, Health Systems Leadership, Higher Education and Student Affairs, Human Rights and Educational Justice, Information Systems, Intellectual Property and Technology, International and Development Economics, International and Multicultural Education. These are doctoral programs. Learning and Instruction. These two are doctoral programs. Management with a track in Business Tech, Marketing Intelligence, Marriage and Family Therapy, Master of Laws, Migration Studies, Museum Studies, Nursing, Organization Development, Organizational Leadership. You click here to go to the next page to see other programs. Professional Communication, Psychiatric Mental Health Nurse Practitioner, Public Health, Public Administration, Public Leadership, Registered Nurses, Sport Management, Taxation, Teaching with Credential, Teaching English to speakers of other languages with credential, urban and public affairs, urban education and social justice, and writing. Depending on the program you're coming for, you can click on any of that to see more information. Let's go with public health. You scroll down and read up everything here. Okay, you click on admission. You can as well click on tuition and fees, financing your education, and read up. Let's see what is here on admissions. You scroll down and see information for international students. You click on international graduates and click on English language proficiency. All right. You scroll down to see the English language proficiency that the University of San Francisco is accepting. They accept TOEFL, IELTS, PTE academic, and Duolingo English test, right? And this table shows the score for each school and program. So you're going to read this up. And there are exemptions from providing the English language test. If you come from a country where English language is the official language, you don't need to provide an English test. So if you're a citizen of any of these countries, you don't need to provide the English language test. And the first is Botswana, Gambia, Ghana, Kenya, Lesotho, Liberia, Malawi, Namibia, Nigeria, Philippines, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Swaziland, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So if you come from an English speaking country or you come from a country where English language is the official language, then you don't need to provide the English test. Or you come from a country where the government requires 11 years of mandatory English instruction, like Norway, for example, and other countries in Scandinavia, then you don't need to provide the English language test, right? Then you scroll down to see the English speaking countries. They have American Samoa, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Australia, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, British Virgin Islands, Canada, Dominica, Grand Cayman Islands, Grenada, Guyana Island, Jamaica, Mariana Islands, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, Montserrat, New Zealand, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, South Africa, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos Island, United Kingdom, United States of America, except Puerto Rico, okay? Bermuda and Palau. So the first criteria for the English language test exemption is that you need to come from an English speaking country. The second is that you come from a country where English is an official language. The third is that you come from a country where the government requires 11 years of mandatory English instruction, okay? And for the graduate programs, the scholarships available are all automatically funded. So when you click on your program, you're going to see the scholarships available, all right? You'll see the program overview. Make sure you read that up. The learning experience, faculty, career outcomes, frequently asked questions. I will always advise you to read up the frequently asked questions, okay? Read up all of these. You can click on tuition and scholarships to see the scholarships available to you. The first one is the Dean's Graduate Scholarship for Financial Need and Merit. And this is the scholarship amount in the first year. The second is the Social Justice Scholarship for this particular program, all right? The next is the Elizondo Research Scholarship. For international students, the award can range from 2,000 to 5,000 US dollars. You can click on this drop-down menu to see the federal student loans for US citizens and eligible non-citizens for international students as well. You can be eligible for a federal student loan of 20,500 US dollars for each year of your graduate studies, okay? You read that up. Then there are also external scholarships that you can apply for. So you read up all of these. They have the public health grants and scholarships, the SOPHE Student Member Fellowships and Awards, Lynn Adamson Memorial Scholarship at the graduate level. You read up all of this, okay? For the admission process and requirements, you click on admission to see that. You will upload all the application materials through the SOPHAS system. For the documents to apply, you will need your bachelor's degree certificate. You need unofficial transcripts from all colleges or universities attended. You will need to have achieved a grade point average of 3.0 or higher. You will need your personal statement of interest and goals, 2 to 3 pages. You will need 2 letters of recommendation. You will need a professional resume. No GRE is required. And you will also be needing a copy of your passport, alright? You can scroll down to see more information, the frequently asked questions, the Master of Public Health Statement of Purpose, what should my statement of purpose address. You read up all of this, okay, while preparing your documents, letters of recommendation and everything, alright? And when you're ready with all of your application materials, you click on apply now for this particular program, alright? If you are a new student and you haven't created an account before, you click on create an account. You scroll down and fill in your legal first name, your middle name, your last name or your family name. This is not compulsory, okay? You fill in your email address, confirm your email address. your phone number, your alternative phone number. You click on this drop down menu to select your country code. Okay, you scroll down and check this box if you want to receive a text and phone authorization. You scroll down again and select your username from here, your password. You scroll down, confirm your password. You click on this box that you agree to these terms. Okay, after reading up all of these terms. All right, you select yes if you are currently located in a European Union country, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, or Switzerland. And when you're done with that, you click on create my account. Okay, when you click on create your account, they will send you an email. You log into your email address and click on the login link. Okay, from there you'll be able to log into your account. You upload all the required documents, fill up your personal details, and when you're done with everything, you click on submit. Remember I said at the beginning of this video that this university is waiving their application fee of $55 if you attend their virtual events. All right, so do well to register for their virtual events so that when you're submitting your application, you'll be able to submit it free of charge without paying this application fee. All right, and the deadline to apply for the spring intake is on the 1st of November. This is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this video. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. If you're new here, thank you for being here. You're also welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much as you do that, and I will see you in my next video.